let's start our STAR test review with direct variation. Direct variation looks like these 3 questions. And what I want you to know is that in order to determine that it is a direct variation question, it literally says varies directly, directly proportional. Anytime you see directly, varies, proportional, that means we've got a direct variation, and this is what we're going to do. So those are your keywords to be looking for. Varies directly, varies directly, varies directly, directly proportional, directly proportional, directly proportional. So let's go through these 3 examples. The value of y varies directly with the value of x. If x equals 3 and y equals 21, what is the value of x when y equals 105? So you might see it worded like this, where we got just plain all x's and y's, but they're varying directly. Varying directly means we are setting up a proportion. And what we're going to do is we're going to put on this side an x on the top and a y on the bottom. And on this side, we're going to put an x on the top and a y on the bottom. So let's go ahead and start the left-hand side with what we know to be true. So we know if x equals 3, so x on top, then y is 21, and that's on the bottom because that's our y. All right, what else do we know? We want to know the value. What is the value of x? So that's what we're going to be looking for. When our y is 105, so then that means our x is here. All right, it is important to note that I put my x, my unknown, my variable on top because I had my x on top over here. Don't put 105 over x over here if we've got x over y over here. All right, now I'm just coming to my calculator, and I've got 1 equal sign and 1 variable, 1 unknown. So menu 3, 1. Control delete sign gives me that. So not delete sign, division sign. So 3 over 21 equals, this is where my x is, over 105. Still remember on the inside, that's where we put comma x, and it is 15. 15. All right. Another example might not just be giving you x's and y's. It might be a word problem, and we'll label one as x and one as y. So again, we are putting, it says varies directly. So the total distance in centimeters of a toy robot moves varies directly with the time in seconds. So here's our 2 variables. We've got total distance. So let's go ahead and make that x just because that's what's first. And then our second is time. So let's make that our y. So then we're going to put x over y, x over y. Remember, this is distance, and this is time. Distance, and this is time. All right, the toy robot moves a total distance of 264 centimeters in time of 11 seconds. What is the time in seconds? What is time? So that means that's my variable I'll be looking for. The toy robot moves when the total distance is 408 distance. All right, now that we got it set up, we can put it in. Menu 3, 1. We've got 264 over 11 equals 408 over, you can use any variable here. I'm just going to go ahead and use x again, comma x. 17. So it takes 17 seconds. B. All right, one more example. You might see this as a numerical response question. So we're just going to be doing the same thing. We just won't have A, B, C, or D to choose from. The value of y is directly proportional to the value of x. If y equals 35 when x is 140, what is the value of y when x equals 70? So we've got x over y, filling it in with what we know. If y is 35 when x is 140, what is the value of y when x is 70? Still doing the same thing. One equal sign, one variable, one unknown. Menu 3, 1, which we're trying to solve, so it's numerical solve. 140 over 35 equals 70 over, just putting x because it makes it easier, 17.5. So then on your, if we're taking the test on the computer, then you'll just enter in, what is it, 17.5. Oh, 17.5. It's positive 17.5. You won't have bubbles to fill in like this. You'll just be typing in 17.5.